December 15th, 1999, was a day the Great Falls Police would never forget. They were about to encounter the most twisted individual they had ever met. The search warrant they obtained would unearth horrors beyond imagination, starting with a journal filled with disturbing codes. These codes, as it turned out, were not just bizarre symbols, but actual recipes, with names like Little Boy Pot Pie, French Fried Kid, and Little Boy Stew. What began as an ordinary investigation into a missing child would soon reveal a chilling reality of unspeakable evil. This is the story of Nathaniel Bar-Jonah, a man whose name would become synonymous with unimaginable horror. The story begins with 10-year-old Zachary Ramsey, known to his friends as Zach. Zach was a vibrant and sociable child, loved by everyone at Whittier Elementary School. On the morning of February 6th, 1996, Zach was excited for another day of school. He wore his favorite blue denim jacket with green sleeves, a blue football jersey with his last name in gold letters, stonewashed jeans, and black high-top sneakers. Zach and his friends would usually meet outside before the school bell rang, running around and chatting. But that cold winter morning would take a dark turn. As Zach made his way to school, the streets covered in snow seemed ordinary. He kicked around a small ball of snow, perhaps a hint of the playfulness that marked his short life. When Zach disappeared, his friends thought he might have been sick and stayed at home. The school called Zach's mother, who, after searching in vain, reported him missing. What unfolded was one of the most shocking cases to hit the Great Falls community. A child vanishing on his way to school was almost unheard of. In 1995 and 1996, Montana was experiencing violent crime at a rate of one every 6 hours and 30 minutes. But this case was different. Its darkness had yet to be fully revealed. The search for Zach was immediate and massive. Volunteers, law enforcement officers, and rescue teams combed the area around 4004 Street North, where Zach was last seen. Investigators found a pair of blue jeans and a blue denim jacket in a dumpster in a nearby field, which they believed belonged to Zach. Witnesses reported seeing Zach in the alleyway, with accounts growing increasingly disturbing. One witness saw Zach seemingly waiting for someone in the alley. Another reported a near collision between Zach and an off-white four-door car. Most unsettling was a report of Zach crying while an obese adult male followed him. Nathaniel Bar-Jonah. The horrific past of Nathaniel Bar-Jonah. Born on February 15, 1957, in Worcester, Massachusetts, Nathaniel Bar-Jonah, originally named David Paul Brown, had a troubling upbringing. As an infant, Nathaniel suffered from hydrocephalus, causing brain damage. His early years were marked by strict discipline from his father and a troubling tendency towards theft and violence. Nathaniel's odd behavior and disturbing psychological tendencies were evident from a young age. In 1964, Nathaniel lured a girl into his basement with the promise of showing her a Ouija board, only to use it to choke her. Fortunately, Nathaniel's mother intervened before it was too late. In 1973, Nathaniel attempted to lure two boys into a cemetery, offering them money for a surprise, but they refused. This behavior, combined with his disturbing quirks, marked him as a potential threat. As an adult, Nathaniel's criminal activities escalated. In 1975, he abducted a boy named Richard O'Connor, leaving him critically injured. Nathaniel was arrested but released on probation. His criminal activities continued, including impersonating a police officer and assaulting a girl in Hartford, Connecticut. Despite these arrests, Nathaniel's disturbing fantasies remained hidden from his probation officers, leading to his release in 1976. Nathaniel's arrival in Great Falls was a ticking time bomb. For years, he evaded law enforcement, exploiting legal loopholes to continue his predatory behavior. Detective Bill Bellucci, assigned to the case of the missing Zachary Ramsey, refused to overlook Nathaniel despite his name not appearing on the sex offender list. Bellucci's instincts were correct. Nathaniel was seen outside an elementary school on December 13, 1999, dressed in a dark blue jacket with pepper spray, a toy gun, and a badge. Bellucci seized the opportunity to charge Nathaniel with impersonating an officer and carrying concealed weapons, uncovering the horrors. On December 15, 1999, a search warrant was approved for Nathaniel's home and his mother's residence. What investigators found was chilling. Among the items were coats, toy badges, and a stun gun. But the true horror emerged when they discovered a pull string in Nathaniel's kitchen, leading to disturbing documents and journals. A second search revealed a list titled Lake Webster, including names of Nathaniel's past victims and Zachary Ramsey. Among the 3,500 photographs and undeveloped film were images of Nathaniel and unidentified boys. Nathaniel's former roommates provided further evidence, including clothing and bloodied gloves matching Zach's attire. A month later, investigators decoded Nathaniel's journal, revealing recipes with names like Little Boy Pot Pie and French Fried Kid. A large stained plywood board in Nathaniel's garage, scrubbed with bleach and struck with a meat cleaver, suggested it had been used for gruesome purposes. A luminol test revealed blood traces, tentatively linked to another case of a boy found strangled in New Hampshire. Human hair found in a meat grinder and bone fragments from an excavation pointed to Nathaniel's disturbing practices. Yet these fragments did not match Zach's DNA, leaving some questions unanswered. The legal and emotional fallout, Nathaniel's repeated failures to be fully prosecuted, highlighted systemic issues within the judicial system. Zach's mother, unable to accept the possibility of her son's death, was a significant obstacle. She even threatened to defend Nathaniel against charges, convinced by a psychic that Zach was alive in Italy. This denial led to the dropping of charges related to Zach's case. Despite these setbacks, Nathaniel was sentenced to 130 years in prison in 2008 for other crimes. He died of a heart attack in 2008, taking many secrets to his grave. Nathaniel Bar-Jonah's case underscores the critical need for effective communication and information sharing within the legal system. His crimes, spanning decades and multiple states, were a testament to the failures and gaps in the system. Despite numerous efforts, the justice system could not prevent the atrocities Nathaniel committed. Zachary Ramsey was declared legally dead in 2011, but if his mother was right and he is still alive, he would now be in his 30s. Nathaniel Bar-Jonah remains a stark reminder of how systemic flaws can allow predators to continue their horrific acts unchecked. Nathaniel Bar-Jonah was a predator who evaded justice multiple times, allowing his monstrous behavior to continue. Despite serving time in a mental institution and being released, his reign of terror did not end. Do you think contemporary systems are equipped to handle such dangerous individuals? Or are there still gaps that allow them to slip through and perpetuate their horrors? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found today's video insightful, please consider subscribing to our channel. Hit that like button and share this video to help us spread awareness. Until next time, stay safe.